My name is Imani Wright. Creative director, musician, and journalist.
My name is GREEYO. I am a multi-hyphenate performing artist, producer, and writer.
Yo, I'm Benjamin Banger. I'm the cook-up king. I be making beats. I be making bangers. But yeah, aside that though, I'm blessed to be an artist under like a lot of disciplines. So you know, including the beats. I write songs. I perform songs. I'm not really trying to be a rapper, but I have the ability to do it. I DJ, engineer a little bit here and there, graphic design.
Several influences, man. From a personal standpoint, I had to say my father, my grandfather, my uncle. My partner in this music business, Mumar Muhammad. From a standpoint of like my outside influences, I'd have to say, you know, people who inspire me, like, you know, Chuck D, Marvin Gaye, Miles Davis, you know, all people and all artists who not only took on a viewpoint and a standpoint of having excellent art, but also incorporating what was going on in society, things that really mattered. No Mercy is a record that came together. It was a record that came together pretty quickly, honestly. So, you know, recently, like, we've been, you know, Muammar and I, who was, you know, if you know anything about my music or follow SwanoDown, you know, that's our guitarist, a genius at what he does. But, you know, we've been doing a lot of hype songs or like love songs recently, but we really started, you know, like the core of where we started really began with doing songs that had real social messaging.
Son of Mercy. Yeah, I think it's a poignant piece of art that's speaking about an issue that Americans have been talking about since it was even getting called America, and that is racial injustice and the struggle against it, albeit through struggling against police enforcement and, you know, policy and the power of our vote and all of those things. I think that song is hitting on a lot of those poignant topics, and we need more of that. We need influx of those type songs.
And just as a producer, like, or as a consumer of music, I don't really listen to too much acoustic, but I like how it works with the record because you gotta listen to what he's saying, you know what I mean? So it's no drums, everything's stripped back, and it's just the guitar and him talking, you know? So I like that. So it makes the message hit that much more through, you know what I mean? It's almost cinematic.
I make what I would like to define as psychedelic neo-soul. That's just a broad label to say that the kind of music that I create is the combination of many different genres, many different styles. But particularly, I rap, I do, I mean, what one may say, real hip hop or traditional hip hop. I'm a singer, I do all kinds of vocal styles, R&B, Broadway, pop, rock, whatever it is. So my music is more so a reflection of all of my artistic influences rather than genres. But if we gotta get with a genre, I coined it, psychedelic neo-soul, blow, you got it.
If you can find like a medium, and I'm saying find a medium because like you're gonna make yourself sick just doing something to make everybody happy and you're not getting fulfilled for real. Like, or it's not sick. There's something's gonna go awry at some point. But yeah, find a medium between like fulfilling yourself and then like when you seeing that like your message is, or like, you know, you expressing yourself was helping somebody else, then keep doing that. You know what I mean?
I don't focus on lyrics, I focus on story. My name, GREEYO, directly relates to the West African tradition of telling stories and using those stories to inform our people of a future, whatever that future looks like, through words, through art, through whichever medium. So to me, it's not necessarily about the lyrics as much as it is about the story. When I have the story, the lyrics are just an aid to the story.
It's nothing new under the sun, so it's like I can't sit here and be like, okay, well, this happened to me, and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop, because chances are, you know what I'm saying, like, it's happened. Maybe you can say it, like, for awareness and everything. But, yeah, like, I'm not going, like, put anything, because nothing really in particular where I would put it out there and be like, this is my, like, that's what started my villain arc. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? We all deal with, wrongdoings here and there. So, I don't know if it gets to a point where it's like getting a pattern of it, you know what I'm saying? And you see it's like, oh, like this is happening to like me and a bunch of other people, then like, yeah, maybe, yeah, but like I don't have any instances like that. Like, but we all been wrong for real.
Not necessarily my mistreatment in particular. I think my mistreatment is a thread of the tapestry of African mistreatment, of black mistreatment, of human mistreatment. And that's more of what I'm focused on a macro level. So my telling my story of how I may have been mistreated in any circumstance is more so to shine a light on the phenomenon itself, not necessarily what happened in my life. My life is only unique because of the way I tell it, not because of what has happened in it.
We gotta just really realize it's like, yo, like focus on your world, you know? It like somebody can say you this, you that, one day you could be this, one day you could be that, you know what I mean? But like as long as you got your idea of like who you are and and it lines up with everyone saying, or like, your core people around you, that's really all that matters at the end of the day, you know what I mean? Like they're gonna paint whatever picture about you regardless, you know what I mean? So I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? As long as I got examples even in my life where I'm like, as long as like my core people is rocking with me, you know what I'm saying? It don't even matter what's going on.
So I'll tell it to you like this. Toni Morrison, a very great writer and Pulitzer Prize winner, was once speaking about the book Invisible Man by Ralph Ellison. And Invisible Man is just speaking about like kind of a metaphor of how the black man is invisible in society. But Toni Morrison asked the question, invisible to whom? You are not invisible to your father, you're not invisible to your mother, you're not invisible to your family, to your people. You are invisible in terms of the white gaze, the Western gaze, the capitalist, imperialist gaze. So in terms of how we are perceived, we got to reckon with what is perceiving us. And if we talking about that in terms of being in America, it is the white gaze, it is the capitalist gaze, it is the elitist gaze. And in that gaze, yeah, black men are not necessarily valued by their character. They're not necessarily valued by their spirit. They're valued by their monetary output, by their labor output, by their ability to gain capital, which is their gain.
It's always been conspiracies with Diddy. That's the thing. For every deviant like that, like Diddy for real, I really believe that there's like a white man out there doing it on a whole different level. And I'm not saying that makes it any better for us for real. Like not at all, because like, we can't really elevate if that's in the community. But like I said, it's like that's hot topic news right now, and that's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like these are things that we've all sort of heard about and everything. It's just kind of like it's sparked up now, and the timing is wild, and the speed of it is really wild to me. It's really, really, really interesting. Well, not interesting. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's like where it's like you can see it in the media where they pick and choose. Where it's like, okay, like nah, he's cool, but nah, we're gonna like make this a media circus. You know what I mean?
That there is a way of governing a particular group of citizens without the law enforcement that we deal with. The law enforcement that we deal with are the descendants of slave patrols used to catch slaves that have run away. And with the boom of the war on drugs and Ronald Reagan's successful attempt to drug the country to fund a war, that led into a beautiful circumstance of mass incarceration, which is re-enslavement. And we still, like black men, still disproportionately are disproportionately incarcerated than any other group of people in America. So if we're dealing with that, then law enforcement very much so are still slave catchers. And I think that there are different ways to go about law enforcement than police enforcement.
All I can really say is everybody's scared, you know. If like a lot of this goes on because everyone's sort of just assuming something before like the interaction begins and everything, we got to do something about that. And then like, and if everybody's with like fear, and then like I'm not going to just say like, okay, they like ain't some of them just riding around just straight on some bullshit because they are, but like yeah, but everybody's scared. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it'd take to like improve that. I'm not really the community guy, but I can definitely say like everybody out here sort of scared, and you know what I mean, like, and at the end of the day, it's really like yo, we been pit against each other, but like at the end of the day, it's like yo, everybody got a family, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own situations and everything. Like you know what I'm saying? We human, so we gotta figure something out to like make this not like we're being slaughtered like animals, and you know what I'm saying? We gotta figure something out.